And we're live. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiskey Charlie, the War Game Chat, our monthly show on YouTube. And joining me tonight is only one of my esteemed co-hosts, everybody's favorite gimp with the limp, the Gimpy Gamer, Nate Rogers. How's it going, Nate?
Another glorious day in the core.
Kev is off in Austin tonight, so he can't join us and make a full house. So we're going to be rolling with only two. It's the holiday season, and that's why we have a weird Monday night show. We always do on Tuesday, but because of the holidays being kind of in the middle-ish of the week, Nate had a church service tomorrow night to go to, so we had to move it from Tuesday to Monday. So that's why we have a very odd Monday night show.
Yeah,
First and only,
the
yeah.
wife booked us in because it's funny, like, we go to church year round,
Mhm.
but for Christmas time, that's when everyone else will decide they need to show up and put in face. And you actually have to reserve tickets and the whole nine. So there was a choice between the 23rd and the 24th. So she picked the 23rd for us to go to.
Mhm.
So we're going to go to that service, which I'm hoping my kids will be better behaved this year than last year. Cause you know how you go to some of those and they got like the candles set out for everybody and they do the whole candle ceremony and thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. My 4-year-old was 3-year-old last year and in that finicky phase.
Yeah.
So she stole the candles from the people behind us and then turned around and wanted to have a conversation with them about it. And it turned to a whole thing. So about halfway through the service, I had to kind of sneak their candles back to them and sneak her out of the service. So I didn't even get to be there for it anyway
Mhm.
because she wasn't being mean, but she wanted to talk through it. And the
Yeah.
church is trying to do that, dark, quiet thing. So
Mhm.
we're doing that tomorrow. And then Christmas Eve, I'm actually serving at the church because they didn't have enough people who volunteered for security. So I'm volunteering for security. Because
Really?
sadly, yeah, we got to have a lot of people there. I mean,
You're gonna be the lead pursuit guy if somebody comes in and
I,
gets away with something?
I'm not chasing anybody down. That's not going to happen. The whole cane bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know. That's why I was
sadly,
saying you can always throw your cane at them and trip them up, you know?
no, I take my sword cane with me.
Oh, there you go.
Either use that one or I've actually got a cane that turns into a seat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I can like push a button and
Pops
it
out a
folds
little
out.
thing on the side and you sit on it?
No, it actually like it's hard to describe. It does like this trifold thing and it'll squat down and a little seat pops out. So if my hips ever bother me, I can kind of sit down. But
Nice.
most of the security staff, it's all military and police guys who volunteer, just try to keep the area safe for everybody. And they didn't have anyone who volunteered for Christmas Eve part, so I figured it was my churchly duty. So
Yep.
I get to do that on Christmas Eve and then come home and do cookies with Santa.
Well, now we can get started because Nordic has showed up. He said, I have arrived, so let's get this party started. How's it going this cold evening? It's not cold. It's not going to be cold here in Texas. I think we're going to be 80 for Christmas.
Damn,
Bummer.
it's not bad. It's rather mild where I'm at right now.
Really?
It's 50-ish or so. It's been fluctuating. It's gotten a little cold, and now it's North Carolina weather. It's coming back up.
So now I got to ask this question. Eric said he slipped away from the counter clipping show. That's Ardwolf's show that he does on Mondays. What is your wife doing getting notification of our show?
That's a good question.
And that's why Mitch never comes by on Tuesday nights because that's his game night. So he was able to come along tonight. But he had said earlier that he was only here to harass Kev. So we're gonna sorry to let you down, Mitch. We're not gonna let you, or we're not gonna have Kev here for you to pick on. But snow and freezing rain in a few hours. Geez, send it down this way, man, because we're just getting nothing but heat again. It's like we get heat like 9, 10 months a year. I'm tired of heat. I would welcome some snow and cold. 34 degrees. Wow, nice.
I'll tell you what.
But, I
My game night is Thursday nights. I go to my local store, and
mhm.
a buddy of mine and me have been playing through the Star Wars Battle of Hoth.
How is that?
You know,
How have you liked it?
yeah, it's kind of like it's based off the Memoir 44 series, the same mechanics, right? Card based,
Mhm.
activate your units, all that good stuff. We did through the whole campaign. He played Rebels, I played Empire, and Empire ended up winning. And now we're going to play through it again with me playing as Rebels and him as the Empire. But I feel kind of bad, almost like I cheated him because there was a card that I could play, and playing it the certain way I did gave me an easy 3 points. So it
Oh,
was right
really?
there at the end, like smash, 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 orbital lasers, just to take all his shit, and I was able to easy win the game. Still fun game though. Absolutely recommend it if you guys are into that. Uh, Memoir 44, get the
Mhm.
Star Wars Battle of Hoth. Really, really
Well, I
decent
mean,
game.
Star Wars, the Battle of Hoth and Star Wars definitely interests me, and of course, the command and color system is a fun, pretty simple system to play, and that was one of the first ones that I got my wife to play was, and I did it intentionally. I put Battle Cry on the table because I was like, I wanted her to show an interest, and I figured if she sees the horses and the infantry out there in the cannon, she'll, oh, what's this game? And sure enough, she did. She came and she goes, oh, what's this you're playing? I said, oh, it's a game called Battle Cry. It's a Civil War game. She's like, oh, is it hard? I said, no, not at all. She goes, well, show me how to play. So I did,
Let me
and we
teach you.
sat there, played like 3 or 4 times.
Next up, after we learn this one, I will teach you campaign for North Africa.
Yeah,
It's
right.
it's
It's
not
like, yeah,
hard.
next thing we're gonna play is NATO
Yeah, we'll do some NATO, or we'll do
Battle
uh
War. Yeah,
no, I'm brain farting. Aaron Armor. Aaron Armor.
Aaron Omer. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would, the minute I brought, because she's seen the rule book for that. And when I was looking through it, when it first came in, I said, "Oh yeah, this is Aaron Armour," and she's like, "Oh okay." And I said, and she goes, "So that's the one you did all the videos for?" I said, "Yep." And then she's looking through the rules, and she's like, "That is fucking stupidly big."
Yeah.
Oh, I said, "Yeah." And then she looks, "Hey, how many pages is that?" And I said, "150." And she goes, "Oh my god." She goes, "How can you enjoy something like that?" I said, "Well, it's fun."
It's kind of
Women just
like
don't get
being
it.
married. It's a pain to get
Yeah.
through all of it, but supposedly it's worth it in the end.
I hope it's not me giving birth. Although in today's world, I could probably claim that I could do that and people would have to believe it, but I
I
don't do that.
finally got my Aliens book.
Oh, did you?
The
Finally, you
RPG.
got the hard copy?
Yeah, it turned out I must not. They said I didn't. I swear I did, but the finalize the pledge bull crap. So I had to pay for shipping and get them to finally send it out, and that thing finally arrived a couple of days ago. Got the nice
Nice.
hardbound version of
Nice.
it.
See, you only got the book, you didn't get the starter kit and all that other stuff?
I mean, I've
Oh,
already
okay.
got the
Well,
aliens
it's a
badass
different starter
marines.
kit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. You mean the board game?
Yeah. So I
They're
mean, I've already
totally
got
not.
aliens minis. I've already got colonial marines
Sure. But
minis.
no, the starter kit comes with like its own adventure and all that stuff.
Well, I got the other story stuff, the
Okay.
the extra ones, but they only came as a PDF. We killed him.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, no. Marky is off in Austin tonight, so I think he's doing some stuff with family, so he's not able to join us tonight. And we were just explaining how Nate has something tomorrow night with his church, so we moved it from our usual Tuesday to a Monday night, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
There
it's
you go. Winter
unfortunately.
scale model building challenge. That would be nice. What's going to be even nicer is when I can retire and move out of this house we're in now, and I can go back to having space, and I can build out my model table again, and I can have my model stuff. I can have my game stuff. I can have my computer stuff. I can have all that stuff. And then the other thing that I want to do is get my telescope outside, and I want to get a nice mount and just put the scope out there, get an observatory to house it in and everything. And if I can get it done the way I want to get it all driven so that way I can just select targets from inside the house, open up the dome, and start shooting images in the sky. That way I can do photometry the next day and for variable star stuff, which I think would be really cool. I'd like to get back into that pretty hard when I retire. That's why people say, "Oh, I'm bored in retirement." It's like, no, you got to go in with a plan, man.
Yeah,
I'll be real busy in retirement.
yeah, something to keep your attention.
Yes, yeah, and I plan on doing a lot more stuff,
Are you
that I
planning on
just
getting
can't do
into
now.
terrain making for the war games?
Yeah, I mean, I probably will play around with some of that because I did some of that with dioramas and stuff. So when I was doing dioramas for model building, and I'll probably do that for solo games, for playing miniatures like BattleTech and things like that, just for
Get your
goofing around.
get yourself one of those hot wire tables.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about the one that cuts through the foam, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think it's Exxon.
Mhm.
I got one of those, and it is a game changer. You can get bulk foam from like Home Depot, $6 a sheet or something like that. And the table allows you to cut whatever pieces you want. You can make bricks, you can make
Mhm.
whatever. I made some brick walls using that stuff. Looks just like an actual brick wall. If you learn how to like
Nice.
texture it and paint it and
Sure.
do all that
Yeah.
stuff, it gives you the ability to just make a variety of different terrain.
Nice. And, Nordic says, "So it'd be in bed form to show you photos of my model building desk." No, absolutely not. I love seeing other people's desks because this way I can go because I had a desk before at my other house. Now we're in this other house that we had, and it's a smaller house, so there's just no room for, me to have a model table and everything else like I did before. And when because one of my things is I've always loved, basements, so I'm hoping that's my plan is to have a basement in my next house in the retirement location wherever we retire to. And in the basement, I already told my wife, says, I just want a basement. You can have the rest of the house. The basement's mine. It's going to be a finished basement, the whole 9 yards for everything that I want to do down there. So then I'll be able to build out a nice table. I'll be able to put up several tables for board games and I have all my books and games and everything. And I won't have to store them the way I am now, which is kind of a haphazard mess. But then we'll see if that all plays out that way. Hopefully it will. Oh, yes, I am retiring in 18 months. 2027, midway through 27 is the plan. So definitely not a retirement community. I do not want to live in a retirement community. Uh, Too many hidden costs, and I do not like the idea of paying all that kind of money.
That's why
There you
we're
go.
moving to Florida. Less
I
taxes.
Yeah, no, Florida, no thanks. Florida is way too expensive. Homes are cheap, but insurance and everything is just through the roof. So nah.
The amount of money we would save not having to pay the property taxes is just, it's too good not to take advantage of.
A homeowner's insurance, though, is going through the roof everywhere. They're playing that game with people's insurance at retirement strip club. There you go. There you go. No, I'm not sure where yet exactly. I know, I mean, me personally, I would love to move to South Dakota. Loved the Rapid City area, the Black Hills area. I thought it was gorgeous. I would love to move west, if, either South Dakota or like Wyoming or Idaho or something
Oh,
like that.
Wyoming is like, yeah, that's my spot.
Yeah,
That's where I want to
but
live.
but it has cold winters. My wife is like, "I don't wanna go anywhere cold." I'm like, "You grew up in Jersey. How could you be not liking cold or not adjusted to the cold?" And I think being down here in Texas all these years, she just likes heat. Me, I'm the other way. Me, I just hibernate when there's heat. I'm like, "Nah." When it's cold, then I'm like, "Oh, I'm awake now.
I don't
It's
mind if it's
hockey
a little
weather."
cold. I don't mind if it's a little cold.
Oh, me neither. Um, there you go. Moved to California. Seemed like a
Nope,
California guy.
nope, hell no,
I I
no.
lived in California. I lived in California. I was stationed there,
So
and
did
I
I.
loved
Never
California.
again.
I thought California was gorgeous. I just did not like the cost of living.
Yeah, the only problem with
It's just
California is it's full of Californians.
but there are a lot of areas in California that are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, really, really gorgeous, but cost of living out there is just
Yeah,
detrimental. It's
Cax
just
isn't
not
one of them.
well, that, yeah. And gas, $7, $8 a gallon for or whatever it is now, 6, 7, $8 a gallon for gas. It just nah, that's okay. I don't know what it is now. What is it out there in California? Anyone who's there. Um, and
It's
Eric's saying
expensive.
moving to LA, that's lower Alabama. Housing market is fantastic. Yeah, see now Alabama is another area that does have you can get really, really nice homes for pretty damn cheap. And the drawback to Alabama, though, are a couple things. Number one, it's like astronomically hot, and they have really bad tornadoes. And I'm kind of like, I kind of want to. I'm in retirement. I don't want to have to worry about hail damage and wind damage. And that is one of the things, though, that we're seeing even into the Dakotas. This past week, there were tremendous windstorms all the way from the Pacific Northwest all the way down through California into the Midwest. And I think the highest in South Dakota the other night was in Rapid City, 101 mile an hour gusts. In Washington, they were getting 142 mile an hour gusts, which is just insane. That's like hurricane strength.
It
So
doesn't matter where you go. You're gonna have tornadoes or earthquakes or hurricanes. You're gonna have something. You just got to
Well,
figure
yeah,
out you
that's
can
true.
deal with less.
Yeah, that's true. But I just would prefer to avoid tornadoes and big hailstorms and stuff like that, which is one of the drawbacks to some of these areas. So don't know where we're going to go yet, but we'll figure that out. But anyway, so tonight is our Christmas show, end of the year show. This is end of year 6, believe it or not. And that's thanks to my awesome co-hosts that have been along for the ride. I think our team has done a great job, and we've had a lot of fun along the way. Now we hope that we've entertained you guys over the past 6 years, and we're getting ready to gear up to start off year 7 next month. But we've got a few extra shows planned in the next month or so, and I could move to the desert. I actually did live a little bit in the desert out in California after I got out of the military. I stayed in Palmdale. And that was back when Palmdale was a lot nicer than it is now. Palmdale, Lancaster are a lot worse now than they were because that was a long time ago, in a desert far, far away. And I don't think I'd want to ever go to that area now. But um, yeah, I didn't mind the desert at all. I thought desert was pretty cool.
You know,
Um,
last time I was in a desert, they shot at me. I got no desire to go back.
yeah, so it's 450 in California where he's at, and you get earthquakes. Yes, I know. I went through a few earthquakes, which I actually thought was pretty cool when I was stationed out there, because it was the first time I'd ever been in an earthquake, and I think I experienced like 2 or 3 of them out there, like that were notable earthquakes. And first time I was on guard duty, and we got hit with a quake, and I was just like, it's kind of weird how it just comes out of nowhere and you just hear this rumble and you feel it through your body, and then the earth starts to shake and you're like, what the, oh, that's an earthquake, cool. It was pretty cool experience. I thought it was pretty cool. Now that's also because I didn't own a home. I didn't have any property that was going to be destroyed. I was living on base, so I was like, anything that gets wrecked here is government, so I'm not worried about it. Now if I had a home, I wouldn't think it was cool, because then I'd be like, damn it, it's going to break my foundation, it's going to destroy my house, things like that. It would be a lot less cool.
See,
But
you're like those newbies the first time they heard rounds fired in anger when we were deployed. The guys that
yeah,
hadn't deployed before. The first
yeah,
couple times they were like, "Oh wow, this is neat. You know, this is what we actually trained for." And then after that,
zip
they
zip
realized,
crack.
yeah, it's not as fun when the enemy's actually shooting back at you, buddy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
uh, the fun factor wears off real quick.
This is true too. Then the earth swallows you up in the fun ends. But that was definitely not. I wasn't in any earthquake where the earth split open or anything like that. That I wouldn't have to fall into. But it was also one of those things where um, it was pretty awesome in a way, like awesome, and not like the, oh, gnarly cool awesome. It was awesome as is in seeing the earth do that. It was just awe-inspiring, the power. And it's like, and that was just a little, kind of like just shrug of the earth. And it was pretty impressive. And it's kind of like, just like when you see weather do what it does. I've been in blizzards, um, hurricanes. We've had tornadoes close by. We've had straight line winds. We've had all that stuff, floods, the whole 9 yards. So I've experienced all those things, and the earthquake was another tick mark off the checklist. But the one thing I don't want to experience is a big F5 headed my way, an EF5. It's like, yeah, that's okay. I'll pass on that. Leave that for the movies.
I was getting ready to say you should have been a storm chaser with all this. Oh wow, that's neat.
Well, I since moving to Texas, I've actually I got very heavily into weather because um, the storms here are very different than they are growing up in New Jersey. I used to love thunderstorms, growing up as a kid, because the thunder was in the distance. It was a low rumble. It was, the flashing of the light in the distance, the lightning in the distance. It was very soothing. That's why a lot of people would open their windows. I used to open my windows when there was a thunderstorm because you get the smell of the rain coming through and everything was nice. Got down here and I realized, wow, these storms in the Midwest and the plains are
No
violent.
joke.
Yeah, they're violent. I mean, like the thunder, the lightning, the whole 9 yards. It's not they're not pleasant storms. And then I started paying attention when I realized, oh yeah, we get tornadoes that come into the area and stuff like that. And that's how I got more informed on the weather. I started learning about it, learning how to read radar a little better, so that way I can anticipate things, and then looking at learning who to follow and pay attention to. I have scanners set up so that way I'm listening to swarm spotters, the whole 9 yards. I've been to spotter classes because I believe that, just like with anything else, it's your personal safety. That's your personal responsibility. So you need to be educated, which is what I do it for. So let's catch up on some of these comments. What you been up to, Nate?
Nothing but the kids, man. I'm trying to get caught up. I got a few games that I've been trying to play catch up on between the digital ones, the physical copies that have come in. Got 1920 Nest of Eagles I've still got coming up. The a little bit more of a dark wood.
Mm-hmm.
The Racer Bastogne that I was just talking to you about.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to finish my World at War 85 series that I've got started, but haven't been able to get to because of time constraints because I do all my
Mm-hmm.
own editing and stuff. But I've still got that huge scenario set up, that the 8 mapper. So hoping to get that one finished up so I can finally clear that table off at some point. I've got some more Modern Tactics. Really enjoyed that game. Such a good game. Got most of those parts. I did a whole gameplay series on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Got that uploaded. Got a series started for Europa Universalis 5 that I'll be uploading a Let's Play of that here
Nice.
soon. Yeah, don't watch it because you want to learn how to play the game. Watch it if you want to see a dummy make a lot of mistakes and tear
Or you
apart
can
his.
watch it, or you can watch it if you're one of those keyboard, wannabe experts that's going to say, Gimpy, you did this wrong. That is actually not how the rule is stated.
Well, no.
So-
The video game.
oh, the video game. I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about the board game version.
No.
Okay.
Although I do have the board game. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm
that's an
talking about the video
incredibly
game
pretty game.
that released. It's quite good, but it's so deep.
Hmm.
It's such a deep game, and
Yeah.
it kind of like we were saying earlier. I just want to focus on the action, so I keep wanting to go to war. But that game's all around having a casus belli. You got to have
Yeah.
a reason to go to war. You can't just say I don't like my neighbors, right? So you got to keep coming up.
Because is always a good reason. Because.
Yeah, I like the idea of I want your land to be my land, so I'm just going to take it from you.
Yeah.
But you can't use that as a reason. Well, technically you can, but you get such big negative modifiers that
Hmm.
you do that more than once and everyone around you will start attacking you.
How come that's never worked in reality though? Where the real people who just want land don't get negative modifiers, they just go and take it.
Well, it's kind of worked. I mean, one guy getting shot started World War One,
Yeah.
right? And it was because this country declared a war on this country and this one, and then this one, then this one, this one, this one. The same
Yeah.
principle kind of happened in World War II when the Germans just wanted a bunch of land. All the other countries band together. So, I mean, the principle is sound.
Hmm. This is true. I was in Austin for training and left my room to take a walk out of nowhere, get hit by a thunderstorm. The freaking rain was coming in sideways. I stood in the bus stop to take shelter. And that is true. The wind will come at you in all different directions, and so will the rain. It'll come down straight at you, it'll come at an angle, and it'll come in sideways. It definitely, comes in at all different angles. And when it really throws you for a loop is when it comes up at you. You're like, damn, how the hell is that thing getting whipped around underneath and up into me? So pretty interesting.
If you ever want to know
So
if it's raining, just find out if the Marines have a training exercise coming up that requires them to be outside. If it
yep,
does, it'll be raining.
yep. If it ain't raining, we ain't training.
Yeah.
But because you can't train without rain, because it's part of the word.
I got tired of that. I swear God was messing with us because it'd be perfect sunny weather. All right, we're going out to the field for the weekend. Clouds roll in. Like, son of
Well,
a
that was the
bitch.
cool thing about being out of 21 Palms because you didn't get hit with a lot of rain.
No, then the
But
wind just blew.
the wind would kill you, and that's where you get your haboobs is out there. And people don't realize how big and scary a haboob can be until you've been in one. And our platoon was moving back to our admin area, and we were going through it. And the good thing is we knew what the lay of the land was ahead of time, but still, even though you knew the lay of the land, which was pretty flat and open, once you get into it and you're driving through it, because you're trying to just push through it. And yeah, we got flat open terrain ahead of you, but you can easily lose your orientation and it's hard to keep a straight, keep in a straight line. And it was a fairly fast moving hub. We were out of it within a few minutes, but like I'd say like 5 to 7 minutes. So it wasn't like we were in it for an hour or something. But still, it throws you off, and then you realize, oh, we only kind of drifted off course, and how easy it would be to just run into the side of a mountain because you totally keep going off course if that thing went on for a while. But
Yeah.
it was an interesting experience. So, being that it is our um, Christmas show, we tend to give away things. So
All
we've
of
got
Kevin's things since he's gone.
what's that?
All of Kevin's things since he's gone.
Yeah, we're gonna give away Kevin's favorite games.
We raided his
Yeah, I
house,
don't
took
I
all his
don't think
stuff.
I'd want to fly through that. No thanks. I would definitely pass on that because number one, you've got all these winds. If you got a hot boom coming at you, you got all these winds coming at you, and they're buffeting you, hammering you. I don't want to get a downburst in one of those things. So it's like because downburst always wins because gravity always wins, and I don't know. I'm not messing with that. I was not meant to fly. I don't have wings. So flying in a machine when Mother Nature wants to stand there and flex her muscles, that's why I go, okay, mom, I'm gonna get on the ground.
Well, I won't fly if I don't have to.
There we go. Korean camping girls for Nordic. That's what he's getting tonight. But so let's see what we got for the first giveaway.
You want to go
Okay,
first,
who
Mo?
who 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 wants a free game? Let me know in the comments who wants a free game.
So much stuff, yeah.
Let's see. Nobody wants a free game.
We
Nobody's
each got a
commenting. I'm
nice little stack
surprised.
of stuff. Well, the competition should be a little more sparse this evening since it
Oh
is
yeah.
our off night. So it's a good chance for everybody.
Oh, so Nordic wants a game. Okay. So let's see. Nordic gets his choice. He can have either
Mark Herman, he's like, ah, he just got a
Undaunted
bunch.
Normandy or Lanzareth Ridge. So which one do you want, Nordic? You let me know.
You know, I saw what's his name, Zilla Blitz, talking about Undaunted recently, saying that it was one of his top favorites of war games, World War II war games. And I was like, I just don't get that. Why would you put Undaunted? You should put Undaunted Stalingrad. Now, it's not that
Hmm.
Undaunted isn't good, but Stalingrad is just so much better than the original
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The mechanics are saying they're both good, but there
Well,
is
there's
that.
more to Stalingrad. That's why.
Yeah, well, I like how the battlefield kind of changes
Mhm.
throughout the game. It has more of that legacy feel to it. And I don't even have the game. I've been that's one that I wanted to get for a while. I just haven't had a chance to buckle down and get it.
Which one?
Stalingrad.
Which one do you? Oh, you don't have Stalingrad.
No, I
Okay.
don't have Stalingrad. I've got the first one. I think it's over in the collection
Normandy.
somewhere. Uh, but I've read up a lot up on the mechanics of it. And he really just nailed the mechanics with that. That the war changes as you go from scenario.
So Nordic says Lanzareth Ridge. So he's going to take the first win of the night, goes to Nordic. So um, go ahead and reach out to me through email and let me know your mailing information, Nordic, and I will get that over to you. And it probably won't get out till end of the week. At this rate, I may be able to get to the post office ahead of time, but even if I do get to it tomorrow, the odds of it getting to you by the 24th are pretty slim unless it went overnight.
No, I can guarantee I'm not going to get anything in the mailbox till after Christmas. It's going to be a little bit before I can get over there. All the different events
So
we
you
have coming up.
you wanna give one away?
Yeah, I've got something that's a little bit different. I'm trying to think if doing a question or doing something. Maybe I'm having to answer something here. Let me think. All right. Here's one. Let's see if who knows this. I'll do marine questions. Uh,
Ooh,
yeah, do marine questions.
there you go.
What is the Marine Corps birthday?
I
That's
think I know that
amazing.
one.
Well, you should know all of these. Should come right off the top of your head. First one with the Marine Corps birthday in the comments. No,
It's the easiest
full birthday,
birth
not just the year.
birthday, not just the year.
My
And Mark is correct, and so is Nordic.
yeah,
But there
but
is, and this is actually a very easy
Mo's
birth date
birthday
to
isn't just
remember.
1956. It's
Nope,
1956.
and it's not 56. I was born in the 60s, not the 50s.
No,
No, Nordic, you are off. You're off
I'll give you a
by
hint too.
just that much.
We just
Put it this
passed
way,
it
it's
not too long
it's
ago.
right by another holiday.
Charles, you're close.
Very close, Charles.
There you go.
There
Gallivant
you
got it.
go. Finally, someone gets it.
November 10th, 1775. All
And
right.
bonus, if you knew where the Marine Corps was born, or is that going to be your next question?
I can do that on another question.
Okay.
But for Gallivant, I have got for you A Bridge Too Far. This is by
Ooh.
Phalanx Games. This is the book game that I actually just reviewed by them. Quite good, kind of choose your own adventure style war game. You do need to, supply your own dice and everything. But I did review the game, had a lot of fun with it. I will send this one your way. Email me. My email address is in the link description of all my videos, and put down what game you won and your mailing address, and I will get this sent out to you, buddy.
Lance is saying, hey, we need to know what it is before we answer. Lance, don't answer any of my questions. Because I got to give a special shout out to Lance, LP Gamble there. He was asking about what it was. He is we're the benefactor of his generosity tonight. He stopped by the house and gave me a bunch of games, and I'm giving away some of those games that he gave to me. So thank you, Lance, for being so generous and providing not only me with some games, but also the Whiskey Charlie family with some games tonight.
I didn't see Lance stop by my house. Just saying.
No, he don't want to go near your house. He said that gimpy guy's a jerk.
I'm really at the point I've got to sell some, get the walls cleared off. I've got too many stacks up around the house.
Yeah, I kind of have stacks and stacks.
Yeah. Last time when we moved,
Mhm.
the movers were a little pissed off because I had so many. I thought, I was like, okay, I'll have them fewer boxes. I'll just get the big box, and I filled it full of board games. And board games are kind of like books; they get heavy when you have a whole lot of them in one box. And I wasn't really thinking. I was like, well, they'll have hand trucks and whatnot. They didn't realize it, but just something like 10 boxes, 15 boxes, whatever, just full of board games.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to the house, we're getting ready to unload everything, and the movers come up to me kind of sheepishly, and they're like, all the boxes marked board games, are they going on the first floor? Please tell us they're going on the first floor.
No, they're going on the third floor.
No, they're all going in the garage. You guys literally just have to wheel them right inside the garage door. You're good. And they're like, oh, thank God.
Nice.
They were so
nice.
I tipped them well. All right, what else you got giving away, Mo? I'm gonna say my big one for last.
Okay, whoever can. So being at Landsworth Ridge was the last one. We're going to give away Undaunted Normandy to whoever can name the birthplace of the Marine Corps, and I want not only location but city, because I mean location is easy. It's pretty easy, especially if you have Marine friends, because you saw all of that just a month ago. So
I'll give you a hint. There's a sandwich named from it.
No, Mark, not a ship. It was definitely not a ship. It was very fitting. Does Nordic want to try to win another one? No, it was not Tripoli, Libya.
Marines were formed long before Tripoli.
Okay, so we're getting warmer, but we don't have the answer. We don't have the complete answer yet. We have half an answer in a couple different places.
Shard got the place, and Charles got the city.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. No one has combined the two together yet. Not a tavern in Boston. Charles is
Stuka!
hey, Joe, how's it going? Merry Christmas to you.
Come on, guys. We just told you. You just got to put it together.
Oh my
Shard got the
god.
place, and Charles got the city.
Now they're just not going to answer because they just want to bust our chops. There you go. Charles Latora, Fun Tavern in Philadelphia.
Yep.
The Marine Corps is so badass it was born in a bar.
And we just celebrated that.
So Charles gets Undaunted Normandy. Let me put that on my list. So that way I know which game goes to who.
Actually, I've got two good ones, but one real big one that is the good one for this year. Which, to give you guys a hint, you'll have to thank Mr. Mark Herman, not Mark Herman, Herman Lutman. Damn, so many damn Hermans and Marks. They all like bleed together. Can't tell
So
me
which
wrong.
one? Are you going to do that now or are you going to do that later?
No. That's going to be my last one. All right. Let's see here. Let me think of a good question. I like history questions. All right. Something a little different. Well, I can't ask that. I don't even know the answer to that.
What's the question? That's why Google exists.
Yeah, true. I was thinking of like some historical questions, like when this happened, when that happened, but I was like, I can't do that because I don't even know the answer. Try to keep
it simple.
Yeah, keep it marine related. Well, damn, that's kind of a hard one too. Who are the two guys who got Medal of Honor? There's only two Marines who ever received two, but
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
No, it's that one's a little too hard. Okay, here we go. Who's the most famous Marine sniper?
That's easy.
69 confirmed kills. I am right? Is it 69 or 67?
93.
93? I was off by that much?
Yeah.
93 confirmed kills.
And if you know his nickname, that's even better. And there we go.
Yep. Who got it first?
Nordic says Havecock. Chardonzar says Hathcox. It's actually Carlos Hathcock. And Charles knows his nickname, White Feather.
Mm-hmm. Who got it first?
Well, yeah, I'm going to let you be the judge. Charlie Havecock is what Nordic said, which is not his name. And Chardonzar said Carlos Hathcox, which is close enough to Hathcock.
Okay, well,
and we just said extra bonus if you also can include the nickname, but the nickname came after from Charles. And he's already won.
All right, so Charles won one. Who hasn't won one? Has Nordic won one?
He has.
Has Shard?
I don't believe so.
All right, we'll give it to...
He's the one who has the closest... I mean, he's on Hathcox is it's easy to think Hathcox instead of Hathcock.
We'll give this one to Shard since he's the closest with the answer on that one. And that one is going to be a copy of Sinking the Yamato. I just recently covered this one as well and wanted to share the love. It was sent to me, so now I send it to you guys. And yes, Carlos was in Vietnam.
Yep.
Famous sniper. I was thinking 60-some kills. I could have swore that was on the cover of his...
No, it's 92, if I remember correctly. Damn. 92 or 93. I'm getting myself.
Kill a lot of people, man. But yes, Shard, same thing. Email me.
93 confirmed kills.
How many?
It was 93.
93. Damn.
He effectively created...
That's confirmed, too, which means the actual number is...
Yeah. Him and Captain Land are the ones who essentially created the modern scout sniper school.
Yeah. Like, I read one of his stories where he crept for 5 days doing a slow crawl. It was
I forget what the bounty was on him.
A couple days out to get into the range of taking his shot. You know, can you imagine doing that for days? Not being able to go to the bathroom, not like really being able to rest, just slowly inching your way closer till you can get the shot. And
Mhm.
men were just different back then. They were built tough.
Well, yes, his longest kill was with a Modus, and it was actually, the first one, I believe. I don't know if it was his longest with the Modus, but the first one was he had modified a Modus to fire a single shot with the butterfly triggers, and there was a young Vietnamese kid who had he said kid, I don't recall the age, but he had a bicycle and he had AK in the front of the bicycle, and he fired at the bike to take the bike out, and the kid got up and he said, "Don't do it, kid, don't do it." And he went and he picked up the AK and he started shooting. So now you're a combatant. So he put him down. But an interesting story and a really terrible one was his hunt for the Apache. She was a sadistic, evil person, and what she did to this one Marine, especially, was what set him off on this
Yeah,
hunt.
wasn't she
He
the
went
one that
hunting
would
for it.
like torture captured POWs to death?
She did, and she basically had this one guy because they were in their fire base and they were outside the fire base. They were trying to draw the Marines out. They wouldn't go out. They wouldn't bite for it. They were torturing them all night. And finally, um, the morning of, they let him go, but they emasculated him and sent him back up naked, back up to the fire base as he was bleeding out. He saw that and he just went on a one man hunt on her. He was going out and coming back in with patrols. He would go out and he would go off on his own hunting for her. And it went on for quite a while until he finally got to her. But he was on a mission. And
Well, you can't
it
really
was a
blame him for that.
no, she needed to be put down. And he did. But there's a lot of interesting things like the movie Sniper, where Tom Berenger shoots through the scope
Hmm.
and kills that guy. That was from a Hathcock story. He shot the other sniper through the scope. And all that he said it meant was I was faster on the trigger. That's all it meant because he had him in his sights. If you shoot another sniper through the scope, you're both looking at
Yeah,
each other.
he's got to be looking at you. Well,
It's
I
just
mean,
who pulls
depending
the
on
trigger
what
first.
scope they're using, right?
Well, I mean, if you're looking through a scope and I shoot you through a scope and you're looking at me, I'm looking at you. And it just means I was faster on the trigger. That's all it was. But it's an interesting book.
All right, what you got left, Motown?
Okay, let's see. Okay, so
You got to let me
see,
know first if it's anything I
being that
want.
we're doing, you want a DVG game?
No, no.
Because I got a DVG game. Is there anybody? Okay, let's see.
Actually,
Um,
not. I'm not hating on DVG. Their recent release, Fulcrum Leader, was actually pretty good.
okay, cool. Well, I've
Yep.
got Field Commander Alexander.
Oh, that's a newer one.
No, it's been around a while. It came out.
Well, I
Let's
haven't been
see.
covering their stuff in a hot minute, so.
That came out in 2009.
Oh shit.
So it's been out a while. So let's see. Finish this line. Good night,
Oh,
blank, wherever you are.
I know that one. Well, that's the thing. We're asking these brain
It's the
questions.
easiest question, though. That we're keeping it simple. Good night, blank, wherever you are.
No,
No,
no, it's not the movie.
no.
Are we going to allow people, since there's not as many on, to win more than one?
Sure. It's your discretion. Remember, that is a valid answer from a Marine. Good night, asshole, wherever you are. But that is not what we're talking about. You have to remember, um, it's Marine slang. It might not be as easy as I thought.
No.
Think
Come
of
on, guys. Google this. If you
think
can't
of
think
the
of, if you
most
just type
famous
in U.S.
Marine that
Marine,
everybody
good
should
night.
know, even if you're not in the Marine Corps.
It's been said in movies. I know that.
Yeah. It's even been said in Full Metal Jacket.
Yes. It was said in Full Metal Jacket.
Mm-hmm.
It is a common saying among Marines. That's a good one.
Sharnzar.
There it is.
Chesty Puller.
Shard coming through. Yep. Good night, Chesty, wherever you are. That is
Sorry, I
crazy.
fell just short of being a Marine because of medical. Your IQ was too high, so
I'll
you
tell
were
you what,
medically pardoned.
God, there were some dumb guys. I swear to God,
Uh,
some of these drill instructors had to have been giving out ASVAB waivers. We
yeah,
we had a guy who could not figure out how to go to the bathroom, and because he was so scared of the drill instructor, he would literally poop himself and then hide the stained, nasty skivvies
yeah.
in his laundry bag hanging from his rack, right there in the squad bay with the rest of us to smell it.
We had a guy who um, wet himself all the
Oh,
time.
that was common.
Just wet himself all the time. No, when the drill instructor got in his face. And it
Oh,
was funny. It's because everyone has a different stress response. And you find out, from situations like that, just that simple stress of being yelled at and having somebody bumping their cover into your head and getting in your face. And this is the first time in a lot of people's lives they've been yelled at like that. And this guy he used to just piss himself. He was a good guy too. It's just that he just couldn't, for whatever reason, he couldn't keep it in his friggin' bladder.
I think I told you the one about the guy across from me who swung it at the drill instructor.
Ooh, swung what at the drill instructor?
The swung his happy little soldier.
Oh, geez.
Dude, the uh the guy
Good
across
way
from
to
me,
lose it.
he he was a black guy, so let's just say God blessed him.
Uh-huh.
And the drill instructors are doing the thing where they have you get undressed by the numbers, like, all right, take off your shirt, 3, 2, 1, you're done, take off this, take off that. We were supposed to get undressed down to our skivvies. Well, this butthead, for whatever reason, wasn't wearing skivvies. So he's just standing there butt naked. And like me and my buddy are right next to each other, facing the other side. So we're looking at this guy and we're trying not to laugh because the drill instructor's like right there. Drill
Mhm.
instructor comes walking up, looks down at the guy and gives one of these, grunts at him and goes to walk by. And as the drill instructor steps a few steps past him, dude steps out in the middle of the squad bay, grabs himself, and just swings it like a helicopter behind the drill instructor and quickly just steps right back into formation, straight faced. And we're dying over here. I mean, I'm like tearing up from
Uh,
trying not to laugh so hard at this. And the drill instructor, of course, he turns around, he's looking, and he knows something happened, but he didn't catch
mhm.
it. So he can't do anything. He just grunts again. He keeps on walking. But we were just like straining so hard, and I could hear the guy's name was Edens, my rec mate, and he's right there next to me, just trying not to laugh because we knew like the moment we laugh, we die.
Yeah.
Holding that in. Yeah, that was the funniest moment of boot camp ever. And that guy was our guide. He graduated as our guide, former Coast Guard guy. Only guy to graduate with a bunch of ribbons on too.
Really?
Yeah.
So, let's see. So, Chardonzar gets Field Commander Napoleon, or not Napoleon, sorry, Field Commander Alexander. I don't know why I said Napoleon. So, um,
I'm up.
I I'm gonna well, before we go any further, I was gonna say I just posted up the Permisol Bridge video the other day
Oh, you got to
for
try it now?
the well, I haven't sat down and played it yet. I'm just catching up on stuff I got in because remember I had that procedure, so I was kind of like down for several days and got back up to where I can shoot video and sit up and everything. So now I'm trying to catch up on stuff that I got a little behind on. So I had Primsol Bridge video, and then I posted Modal's Counterattack today. I have Sea and Steel from Never War Games and Iwo Jima that'll also from Neva that'll be coming out as well. So both of those games look fantastic. I mean, the production quality is outstanding. Nice small boxes. They're about the size of a hardback book, so going to be easier to store for a lot of
Oh
people,
yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah,
if you
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah.
smaller form factor. And the matted maps are beautiful. I mean, just production quality is outstanding.
Yeah,
So
these.
yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, they sent these. I didn't know he was sending them, but I
Mhm.
was glad he did. I covered this one, the light edition
The light edition. Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
with what's its
Or
face,
diary.
War Diary,
Yeah.
and I thought that one was good. But this is nice. It actually has the hexes, a little bit deeper gameplay. Looking forward to trying that other one too. So I like
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
new
Both
box.
of them look interesting. And I'm I'm curious to see how they play. Jose he designed Ewo, and then um, another designer did Sea and Steel. So I think it's interesting what he's doing. He's got a mix of board games and historical board games. He's running the whole gamut with all of those different types of games, which I think is pretty cool.
But Stuka's getting ready to meet up with him at
He's going to
Balota.
meet him at BeotaCon. Nice.
Give him our best while you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell him we said hi, and really happy for him and excited for what he's doing. And I think it's really cool. His plan going forward, what he's planning on doing. I think it's great.
Uh,
I hope
Operational.
nothing but the best success. Yes, operational.
Yeah, operational scale for the scale. Looks good.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
the
no, it
component
definitely
quality
is.
looks to be good. I haven't opened it yet. I'll be reviewing it soon. Those were the other ones I was trying to think of. Couldn't remember off the top of my head. I'm so like wrapped up in Christmas and wrapping shit, and I think I accidentally wrapped some wrong gifts, and we were trying to figure it out.
And then I got Spanish American War and Battle Hymn 2 that just came in from Compass too. So we take a look at those as well.
Oh yeah.
I
I
gotta
won something from
catch up.
Compass the other day. I emailed them, but I emailed Brittany by accident instead of Bill, so I might have to resend that email.
I would send it just to be on the safe side to make sure it goes to him.
I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was Burma.
I think so. I think you did get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to check it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more Marine Corps in a lot of games. Pacific, obviously, but the hardest thing though is, and if Mark is still here, he can speak to this as a designer, how difficult it is to design a compelling ground game in the Pacific because it's tough because there's no like big giant maneuver because you're talking about small islands and it's basically just like a knife fight in a phone booth when you think about operationally how many people are on the island. Um, but you're still trying to find where everybody is. It's not as easy. It's not as hard as we're making it seem. But to make a compelling game, the Japanese are mostly going to be static. They will do some movement. There's going to be a lot of night infiltration, things like that, but it's going to be really just kind of whack-a-mole almost for the Marine Corps, having to root them out and destroy them. So it's harder to, I think, to design a compelling Pacific game because of the constraints with the area itself, the landmass. You're on a small landmass, and um, just rooting out the other side. That's why it's easier, I think, to make a solitaire game than it is to make a two-player game because not too many people want to be stuck in place playing the Japanese side.
Did Mark design Pacific War by GMT?
Yes, he did, but that's more the naval. There's
Yeah.
than the ground. But as a designer, he could attest to the difficulty with that. Mitch Land also as a designer, he could probably talk to that as well.
I've thought about pulling the trigger on that one, but that's a hard one to get the wife to swallow it. What, like 200? I think is what it's
Yeah,
selling for.
it's not cheap.
Yeah.
And he is always warning people not to get it because it's difficult. So Nordic is
That
painting
game
15
is
millimeter
big.
Stuarts and M4A2 Shermans for use with the Marines. They only have 3 companies that Stuart tanks on the canal, so I may not use them for there. Nice. Would the Burma Theater be a good BCS game? I don't know enough about BCS, to be honest with you. Have you played with BCS at all? I know Kev has. He
That's a
would be
Kev question.
that would be more of a Kev question. He's more the MMP, OCS, BCS, GTS than I am.
See, the thing
And
is like I
Nate.
don't get to choose more often than not what games I play. I'm usually backed up enough that by the time I get done with one, something else has come in to be covered.
Mhm.
And it was early on in my YouTube doings that I had covered some of MMP's things, but MMP doesn't do review copies, so I just never got around to covering their stuff because I just didn't have time to cover it, and it
Mhm.
never got added to the list. I just don't get it. I think they would benefit, and I'm not like I've said. I'm not even saying me. I think there are better reviewers out there than me to cover their stuff. For example, like Kev, because he does so much, MMP coverage.
MMP stuff, yeah.
They just don't do review copies for whatever reason. It just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. I think they're leaving a lot of money on the table that they could be benefiting by supporting some of the others.
Yeah, the CSS series has some great Pacific Theater games. I've got Tinian, but I have not printed out the new CSS rulebook because I know that some of those rules were problematic. So now that they came out with a series rules, or series rulebook, I think that will make it a lot better and easier to get into than having to track down answers to the questions that the original rules that came with the game have created. So that definitely will be a benefit. Someone should create a Pacific Theater game as a scale of each counter is platoon or company. It would be more interesting, I think, for to do a like company or platoon size Pacific Theater game because then you have then it's tactical. Then you're more into the guts of the game. It would be nice if it was a combination strategic and tactical where you could be moving around
I
the
was
map
just thinking that.
strategically and then fight at the tactical level.
Exactly,
I
because
think
that's
that
the
would be
problem
cool.
with Pacific War, right? You've got these
Mhm.
huge swatches of ocean with these tiny islands, but the tiny islands are big enough to actually have a tactical battle on them, right? You know, Tarawa and
Well, a series of
Guadalcanal and
tactical
Yash.
battles. All the fights to
Exactly.
advance across the island should be
But
tactical.
at scale, so if you're doing a strategic level scale, then the island is one hex. So you can't do an actual battle at it. They would have to do a game where they've got the strategic map for the ships and tactical maps for the islands. So you
Yeah.
actually land your troops and have maneuverability and all the stuff going on. I'll tell you one that's caught my attention I would like to try just because I've seen them doing such good work recently is the Task Force game by Volca. Have you
Oh,
tried
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. That one looks interesting.
It
That
looks
does.
good.
Vuka.
Vodka sounds like my
Listen here,
favorite
Vuka.
word. Yeah, sounds so close to my favorite word.
Yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas to
Yeah,
you,
and
Bob,
Bob's been
and
putting out good
to you
stuff,
and
by the way.
yours.
You guys check out his games as well.
Yeah,
The
the only
8th Air
MMP
Force, the
review
20th Air
copy
Force.
was Front Towards Enemy that Joe got, and that was because Joe, the designer, sent it to him, Joe Chacon.
Yeah, there's some publishers that it's the designers of the game that send out the copies,
Mhm.
not the
Yeah.
publishers.
Well, they get a certain amount of designer copies, and then they'll send them out to whoever. And then there are some that are sent out by the publisher too.
Well, that's where I
And
get all the Greg Smith games. Like everything of his I get
mhm.
is always designer copy because I've just been like, hey, whatever you release, just send me one because I want to cover it.
Yeah, and like Bob's saying here that the that was why 20th Air Force was solitary because a lot of thinking and strategizing in the U.S. side, but a rather unsophisticated defense by the IJAA. The U.S. role is complex and compelling, which is true. When you have only one side being complex and compelling, then you're really forced to do solitaire because even if you make it two player, who's going to play the other side? It's
No,
gonna it's
that
gonna
game
end up
it's a
it's going
solitaire
to end
game.
up being the guy who's teaching you how to play the game that's going to play the other side because okay, well, I really don't have much to do, so let me teach you how to do that side.
But see, like the difference between the 20th and the 8th Air Force, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the 8th Air Force was a bad game. It wasn't. But I felt like the 20th was a deeper game because it did have that added complexity of the atomic droppings, right?
Mm.
That you had to worry about with the cities. So it was
Atomic
like
droppings. There
yeah,
was a big giant
big
pigeon that was
droppings,
that was that was
mini
pooping
droppings.
on things.
But you also had the realistic aspect of the fire bombings that were going on as well because that was
Mhm.
another wing addition to
Yeah,
the game. But it had that extra level to it that
yeah. I'm gonna have to get
I
myself
like.
a copy of that. That does sound interesting.
No, it's good. They're both good. They're both
Yeah,
worth playing.
but that one sounds more up my alley. I think because there's more to it.
Just
Than
something
like you were
about
saying.
nuking a city is just fun.
Well, that too. Yeah, there is that. I don't know if it to me every time that's in a game, the first thing that everybody thinks is, "Oh, I can nuke things," and then you start looking at it realistically and go, "Do I really want to do this?"
Hold
And
on,
then you
Nordic, your wargamer card is hereby revoked. If you haven't got British Tank Ace already, it's
I don't have
revoked.
it either. So
Then you're fired. What are you doing? All
I
time
just haven't
favorites.
gotten it yet.
I even
Like I
have.
said, this has been a very very busy year for me, and I've gotten behind on a lot of stuff. I'm still trying to catch up. Probably will be sometime into 26 till I get myself back caught up. But
I get it. Those games aren't for everybody, but there was something just about, and I figured you would get into it because of the tank aspect.
oh,
Just
no,
the
yeah, yeah, no, it looks really cool, I just haven't gotten around to get a copy yet. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I mean, I loved American Tank Ace, and I keep busting his chops. We need a NATO Tank Ace. I wanna see more modern era armor going at it. I think that would be really cool.
uh, the
But,
scales would change dramatically on their values.
well, yeah, your life expectancy would also change dramatically too.
Well, you couldn't really do a modern tank ace. You could probably do a 70s era tank ace, maybe
Well, you can
70s,
do
maybe.
70s, 80s,
Yeah,
hypothetical NATO Warsaw Pact.
because missiles weren't as prevalent.
Oh, they were.
I mean, I know
Oh,
they
they
were
were.
existing then, but they weren't to the level they are now. A 40-year difference.
They were they were deadly in the '80s too. They were very deadly in the '80s because you have to remember the TOW has been in existence since the '80s.
Yeah, the
I think
Bradley's been around
'70s
that long,
actually.
hadn't it?
Yeah, it's been around, and at that point, the answer to a lot of things was ERA, and then they came out with the TOW 2 Alpha, which had the double charge, where the first one would set off the ERA, the second one would penetrate the armor. So, and that's back in the '80s. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you. The game's just good. I mean, I've still got something like 5 or 6 videos I've already recorded. I've just been uploading them over time from British Tank Ace as I'm playing through the Africa campaign. And that's why the game's so good. You can play, 8, 10, 20 scenarios, put it away
Yeah.
for a little bit, come back, play some more. Although I did change his rules up so as to not allow yourself to be killed off, right? If your tank commander's killed, instead of being done with your game, you can replace your tank commander. Mo, quit playing with yourself. You're muted.
I was trying to get a book that I had gotten. Now, I just found this place near us called Ollie's. I know a lot of people have Ollie's near them. I'd never been in an Ollie's before, and there was an Ollie's nearby, so
Yes,
we
you get your
went
gamer
there.
card back.
And the whole thing was they had a book section, a really cool book section. And I saw this book and I was like, I've got to get this because I've not seen this book before. And it's such a unique subject. And being that everybody was talking about Sensuicon all the time, that talk about Greg's games, chitin, about the chitins. And I was like, oh, hell yes. I'm definitely going to get this book. So I got a copy of that when I was there. And
Wait,
because you know what a
Sensuicon
chitin
hasn't
is, right?
released yet.
What's that?
Has Sensuicon released already?
No, not yet. But
Yeah, that was
that
last year.
was that was the joke I was saying to Greg when he said Sensuicon. I was like, "Well, you're going to do Kite Ace? You could be a postcard game. You
Yeah.
get one mission.
Uh,
I think it'd be kind of neat."
whose turn is it? My turn or your turn?
Yeah, yeah, it's your turn.
My turn. Okay. We'll do a easy one.
There you go. Used to watch
Yeah.
classified tow footage in '75. We were destroying abandoned Arvin tanks and M113s. Could do
Uh,
that too. That's
that I
what
actually think would work.
y'all know it would absolutely work. And that's why I think moving into the modern era, I even said it to him. I was like, you got to go. Obviously I'm prejudiced. I wanted NATO. I want NATO Warsaw Pact. I think that would be cool. But I mean, you have to do the Arab-Israeli wars. You have to cover that as well. I
Well,
think that would be fantastic.
that would be the after the next tank ace because he's already developed the next
Sure.
tank
Yeah,
ace.
yeah. He's got like Panzer Ace and
Oh, I
Soviet
didn't
Tank
think.
Ace. All yeah.
Oh, I didn't think he had released that yet or let people know. But yeah, I've been
Oh
playing
no, I knew
Panzer
about. Yeah,
Ace.
I knew about
It's
that years ago.
freaking awesome, man. The
Sensuicon is on Kickstarter now.
Oh, they must have just put it up there. That's right. I
Hmm.
saw something from Compass that they launched a new Kickstarter. I'm
Yep.
gonna have to reach out to Greg about that. But all right. I arranged copies of some a Harmon game, Harmon Lepman. Make sure I'm saying the right one. Miracle at Dunkirk, another one
Nice.
that I covered recently. Really, really cool game. Um, it's one of those. What's the best way? You don't really win the game. You're fighting to not lose. In essence, I mean, it's Dunkirk, right? It's trying to
Yeah.
survive as long as possible. But he did incorporate the neat aspect that the troops that you're using are also the troops that you need to evacuate,
Hmm.
right? And you can't win the game by just evacuating the evacuees, because the first evacuees that you are getting out are the non-combatants. So the doctors,
Yeah.
the medics, the cooks, the labor, right? So the non-combatant military roles. But you can't win the game if you just get those evacuee tokens out. You have to convert some of your military forces to evacuees, get them to the harbor, and get them the hell out to actually be able to hit the victory condition for the game.
Yeah.
Really cool ways designed it. The Germans are pouring in on you. Like I said, did a whole review on it, loved it. Definitely worth getting. So that's the
Has kind of a
next.
state of siege feel to it
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
the
yeah,
way
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah. That's a
progress.
good way
Yeah.
to describe it.
Mhm.
That is the next giveaway, courtesy of Herman Lutman. And let's see for the question. We'll do an easy one. We'll do an easy one. The name of the mountain that the Marines raised the flag at in World War
Oh,
II.
that one.
What?
I thought you were going to ask the name of the mountain in boot camp. I was like,
No,
okay,
no, easy one. This one everyone
that's an
should
easy
know.
one.
Any history buff should know this one.
Name of the mountain that they raised a flag on twice.
There it is.
Mr.
Mr.
Big Gun. He
Biggs.
wins it.
All right. Take
Mount
and
Suribachi.
email me, like I told everyone. My email's in the description of all my videos. Send me an email with your shipping address, and I will get it sent out to you as soon as I can. Can't guarantee that it will be soon. I'm packed up through Christmas, so it'll be after Christmas sometime, but I will get it out to you.
Mount Fuji.
No, not the Mount Fuji.
I thought you were going to ask the name of the mountain in boot camp on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, the West Coast Marines, Hollywood Marines, they gotta run up a big hill there at boot camp, don't
Yeah, and there are actually two names for it.
they? What, Mount Hell?
No, the Grim Reaper
They don't have
is
sand
the
fleas. I don't want to hear it.
Grim Reaper is the name, the
Oh,
stage name.
hold on. Game
That's
was
the
Miracle
safe
at
name.
Dunkirk.
Yes, Miracle at Dunkirk.
He must have just logged in if he missed the name of the game.
So it's called the Grim Reaper for the general audience. Within the Marine Corps, it's known as Mount Motherfucker because that's pretty much all you're saying the whole way up.
Yeah.
So, okay. So next one, let's see. Let's do something a little different. We're going to go back in time a little bit. And Wilderness War, the French and Indian War.
That's Academy Games, isn't it?
No, that's not Academy. That's GMT.
Ah, that's GMT.
It's a Volko Runka design. So the question is going to be, let's see. Okay, we're gonna make this one really, really simple. Where is the First Marine Division based out of?
Oh, there's a trick to that. If you
Kind of a trick, not really.
well, it depends. I mean, with the air wings versus the ground wing division.
No, the First Marine Division, just the First
Yeah.
Marine Division as a general, where are they?
There's an easy way to kind of count it.
Currently, Mark, currently.
Yeah, not historically.
This is very close, but no. It is affectionately known as Camp Creole. Bob is saying Okinawa. You are in the right body of water, a little further west.
Yeah. Backwards from the way you're thinking of it.
And you are closer, but same body of water, closer, but wrong.
You're heading in the right direction.
Yes. There we go. John wins. Camp Pendleton, California. Google was good to you.
Yep. There is a way that the Marines numbered things.
Yep.
But don't tell them the secret. You can use that as your next question.
No, I'll let you do that one. Let me see. I got to write this down here. So he gets Wilderness War. Okay. You go ahead.
All
Your
right.
turn.
Do will do my big one, and you guys owe me for this one because I could have kept this one for myself, but I was nice enough to let you guys have it for Christmas because he did offer to let me have it, and it is Rock of Chickamauga, also by Herman Lutman. Both of these were donated by him, by the way, as Christmas giveaways.
Gonna have to be a tougher question.
Well, I was thinking about asking the reverse,
Well, there you go. You can do that too.
right? So, in honor of what Mo just asked, we'll do the question is this: where is the Third Marine Air Wing located currently?
It's a trick question because everybody knows airplanes all have only 2 wings. There's no third.
Mark Herman has. How do you have 2 copies?
Because he bought it twice, didn't realize it, or Herman sent him
Wow.
one.
Yep, California.
San Diego, California.
Yeah. That's
So
what I
Nordic
was.
jumped on that one.
That's the trick about the Marines air wings versus their divisions is the divisions go 1, 2, 3, and the air wings go 3, 2, 1.
Mhm.
So Marines are just goofy. The way we named it, so both are located. First is located in California division, and third air wing also located in California because they're just for some damn reason not smart enough to go 1, 2, 3 for both.
And it's easier to go 1, 2, 3, and then 3, 2, 1. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Go above 3 and you get really confusing. Oh, wow. So he did buy 2. Nice.
You know, I know some guys who will buy one to keep and shrink, and then one to sell, or not one to sell, one to play,
Mhm.
because some of them do maintain value over time.
Yeah.
But that's really, only when you get a number of years behind it, and it's got to be something that's a little harder to come across. Like I've got a copy of Battle Hymn, the Marine version of shit. What's the name of that game? I'm brain farting here. The story
Which
one.
one?
The
Purple Haze?
No, the older one, the story one where you would look up the hex
yeah.
as you move through. That has like 4
The leatherneck one.
ambush.
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 The ambush, but it was
Marines.
but it was something else. The name I can't think of.
No, that's the name of the game. Ambush.
No, it's Ambush System, but it was Leatherneck was the expansion.
Yeah, I've got a copy of Battle Hem and Leatherneck.
Battle
but
Hymn,
they're
that's
still in shrink, and I want to play it, but I don't want to take it out of shrink.
Oh man, I would totally play that. That is one of the games I always wanted to get. Battle Hymn and Leatherneck. I want to get both.
I
want to play
pull
them.
it out, and
I wanna
punch it,
play
but
them.
I'm like, damn, the game's something like 50 or 60 years old at this point. It's still in shrink.
Yeah,
And now I'm like,
but
well,
that's a game I want to play. I'm not going to worry about keeping it in shrink or anything.
no,
Speaking of shrink, I've got one here.
You published? No shit.
No, not me.
No, Mark Herman said that.
Cradle of Civilization. Oh, you published it? Oh, that's right. That's right. Back in the day. Oh man.
Well, you should feel honored because I cherish it so much. I want to play it and haven't torn it out of its shrink.
No, I'm definitely playing that. I get hold of a copy whenever I eventually get around to finding a copy. I will definitely play that. Cradle of Civilization is next, and the question will be simple. There was there were 2 books that were used as the basis for the HBO miniseries, The Pacific. If you can name either one, you win.
Now, that's an easy Google search or chat.
Should know that.
I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Agree. Play it. Life is too short. That is very true.
I'll tell you what, Mark. There's something I would play.
Tim Zales wins with the old breed.
I need Mark to help me out on this one. The game War Galley for Great Battles of History. That's the only one I don't have as part of my collection. I've got the rest of the Great Battles of History. I haven't been able to get that one yet. Mark's got to hook me up. Okay, so Tim wins that one. He got the first book with the old breed by Eugene Sledge.
And Helmet for My Pillow is the other one Charizard got. But unfortunately, for him, Tim had already guessed it. So that's why I kept it one of two. I had two options out there for people to go with: Bob Lecky's book, Helmet for My Pillow, or Eugene Sledge with the Old Breed.
Thank you, Mr. Harmon. I do appreciate it. I did not know they were
Oh, nice.
reprinting.
Nice. And then Nordic says he grabbed a copy of War Gallery off Consim earlier in the year. Took him 4 years to find one. And that's the way it is with, that Battle Hymn. It's like you can't find it. So it's like, and every time I've ever seen anybody post it on the Facebook groups, anything like that, they post it, and I always come in either 5 minutes too late or 3 hours, and I'm like, oh, I don't even want to see it because I just go, are there comments underneath? Yeah, there's comments. That means somebody already committed to it because there's no way now that's going to stay up there for very long.
I've been tempted, but part of me is like, oh, if I ever get in trouble, I could probably sell it. And,
No,
what if my kids ever need a kidney or something, and I need to get money or,
then you have bigger problems.
I
Play the
mean,
game.
true.
Play the game.
It
Play
just
it.
feels
Even
feels
if you play it,
sacrilegious to
put it this
tear
way,
it open.
even if you open it and play it, all right, it's still going to have value if you needed to sell it. So just play it. What's the point of having a game like that, especially a Marine game, because there's not that many, and you're not playing it?
Yeah,
That's kind
but
of
having
sacrilege.
both, right? The original and you can't even find the expansion. I picked that up years ago.
Yeah. Let's see.
FYI to anyone who did win any of my stuff, again, I'll say one more time, my email is in the description of all of my videos. Very easy to contact. Evidently too easy to contact because I got an email from scammers saying, we can help you with your website Consim World. And I'm like, I don't own Consim World in least. I
Yeah.
have posted there. Nice try, buddy.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. If you've got a copy of it, play it. Play it. So you got another one to give away?
No, that was all of my stuff. Rocket Chickamauga was my big one.
Nice.
That was my big ones.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to let you come up with the next question.
Me come up with that.
Because I got another giveaway.
I hadn't thought about any more questions.
Well, think of one.
Think.
The next giveaway is going to be for something a little different. It's not going to be Hex Encounter. It's going to be Richard III. It's going to be a block game from Columbia. So
interesting. All right. So Marine question. That's most of my Marine knowledge, y'all. Let's see.
That's the limit of your Marine knowledge?
No, there's other stuff. I'm just trying to think of a good one that is generic enough that someone who hasn't been to boot camp will know. What is our famous naval invasion that had the era of not being reconned properly and not being able to drop the troops off close enough to shore that caused significant casualties?
I think there is
a
game on this too.
Yes, there is plenty of games on this one.
No, I know, but there's a game by a certain designer that you like very much.
Now,
because
you can't win everything.
Exactly, because I was going to say John Butterfield's
D-Day at Tarawa. Well, I don't know why Kev can't pull his head out of his ass and appreciate a good game system that doesn't need dice. But the D-Day system is quite good, quite innovative.
It's a great system, which is what annoys the living hell out of me. What they did with UL.
Yes.
Having the fire dots on a separate map, and you have to go. No, should have all been on the main map. No, and then the rule book was a total cluster.
Did they issue a reprint for that map? Because I've got a copy. Someone sent me a copy of D-Day at Iwo Jima.
No, they have no plans on. From what I understand, they never had plans on redoing the map. They did it the way they wanted to do it, and the rule book at the time when I got it, because I got it soon after it came out, And I was like, man, this is just not playable. The rule book as is. And then they kept saying
Who
they're going
would
to
think
rewrite
that's
it.
a good idea?
I know, and then it took several years for them to finally rewrite the rules. And at that point, after giving them like 2 or 3 years, I said, the hell with this. And I sold it. I said, I don't care at this point
That's like making a hex and
because I
counter
lost
game
interest.
without putting the hexes on it
Yeah.
and
That
going,
just, that
if you
lost my
look over
interest so
here, we'll
hard.
tell you where the hexes are supposed to be.
Hmm.
Like, no, that's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
D-Day at Omaha was
Hmm.
outstanding, a
Yeah.
game of its ages. I mean, when I first got into wargaming, games like D-Day at Omaha or Great Battles of History, these were games that were widely known as being good, top of the line, well done.
Hmm.
And then you screw it up when you do the Marine version? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? That's just
Yeah.
insulting.
Well,
Now,
I
I'm not
mean,
hating on the
it wasn't the
designer,
only Marine version. They had, he had done the others, but
but
this was
that
Ewo,
one, yeah.
and I was just like, wow, why would you? I know that they want to change some things up, and it's fine. You want to change some things up, like rules and stuff, but don't be changing up the mechanics that everyone's used to, the fire dots on the map, and then the rules
It's
being
fine to
just a
change the
mess.
rules. It's fine to streamline
No,
things.
but making the rules a mess and
Yes.
making it difficult to play. Yeah.
A good example of streamlining your rules is, for example, something like enemy action Ardennes versus enemy action Kharkov. Kharkov is a lot easier to play than Ardennes. Ardennes is so much more fiddly. It's like he
Mhm.
learned how to streamline the rules and made them much easier to understand
So
in Kharkov.
yeah. So did you come up with a question for Richard III?
I already did. We did
Well,
the Tarwa Nordic one.
okay. Sorry. So Nordic wins Tarawa as well. I mean, wins with Tarawa.
Yeah, he was the first one to get it.
So Richard III. Okay, let me put that
Were
down
you
for
just like
him.
lost in the sauce?
Pretty
That's why
much.
we were talking about islands.
Yeah, I know. I was getting too much into the conversation. Okay, I got one more game left. So
Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
no, I already sent that to you.
Oh, speaking of which, I did
You had
find.
asked me to pick it up for you, so I did.
No, I got a good one for the kids. It's that mascot game. It's supposed to be like game of the year for generic games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
It's
No.
a game based around betting on which mascot you think will win a race, but the box is designed in such a way that you pull the map out, it unrolls from the box, and it's got a bunch of little mascot minis in it, and they do quirky stuff like fall over their feet or run into each other and stuff like that. It's supposed to be really good for a family, so I'm looking forward to playing that with the kids.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So,
Yes, there was coral reef. That was part of the problem on why they couldn't get the landing craft as close to the shore. That's part of the reason Marine Recon exists today, because they learned the hard way that you really need to have reconnaissance of the
yeah.
areas you're going into. You need as much information as possible, because a lot of Marines died because they were having to wade to shore, nothing to cover them, and they're walking what, few thousand yards
Mhm.
up to the beaches, and there's nothing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you needed to do that hydro survey. Well, we got one last one. All right.
Exploding kittens,
And
yeah, that's another popular one, Mark.
exploding kittens,
Mhm. I'm trying to get the kids into it. Ooh, that looks
Skyhawk,
cool. I haven't heard of
Rolling
that one.
Thunder 1966. So the question for this is going to be a little more apropos. Location of the first Marine landings in Vietnam
Oh,
and what year?
first the year.
Yep,
That'd
the year
be 69
and the
or 70?
location. Oh, come on. You learn this in boot camp.
No, you don't. Not for
Yes, you
Vietnam.
do. Yes, you do. Bob is correct.
Da Nang.
Da Nang, 1965.
Really? Was
So
that early?
Bob wins a copy of Skyhawk. March specifically.
Yeah, congrats.
I went to hit March specifically in Nordics camping, Korean camping girls came up. So yes, Bob is going to win a copy of Skyhawk. So he gets the last game of the night of the giveaway for this year for 2025. As I said, year 6, Whiskey Charlie, and we really appreciate you guys.
Hey, we beat out Compass. Compass only gave away something like 7 or 8 games. We gave out like 10 or 11. We're better than
Yeah,
Compass.
they have the advantage of publishing and being able to do it themselves. But yeah, no, I want to thank everybody for joining us the past 6 years and being along for the ride and making it fun for me, Nate, and Kev, who is AWOL tonight because he was in Austin with the family for the holidays. So, and this time of year is always tough. Every year we kind of go through this struggle. When can we all get together and do this? And that's why we tend to try to do it a little earlier if we can. But this year, Kev being retired now, he's kind of off and about a lot more. So he's been kind of out for the whole month almost, it seems. So it was tough and getting him to join in. So just me and Nate did it, and we did it on a Monday instead of a Tuesday. And we appreciate all you guys joining us tonight, and as we do all the time. I've got a special coming up that I've been trying to do. I'm going to see if Kev's going to be around. You're more than welcome to join if you'd like as well. I don't know if you've been keeping up on it. I'll talk to you about it offline. But Sunday there will be a special episode where we'll be talking to a designer about a new game of his that's coming out, and that'll be announced in a couple days uh, as to what time the stream is going to be on Sunday. But it'll be in the
Can you
afternoon
say who the
because
designer is?
yes, I'll talk to you about it offline.
Oh,
But it's one we've been trying to get on. We've been trying to get time to talk about it. We just haven't been able to get our schedules to match up, and we're finally going to just do it. At this point, I was like, we're just going to do this and finally get time to sit down and talk about it. Which I've been excited because it's a modern game, so we'll be talking about that and enjoying it here this weekend. But again. Hopefully we'll be able to get some a couple more shows that we're looking at trying to add probably next month as well. It all depends on scheduling, of course. Everybody can join in and stuff, but like I said, appreciate you guys being here, and
hold on. Let me do a couple of
go
announcements real
ahead.
quick.
Go ahead. I
One
got to catch
thing,
up on comments.
uh, I have been in talks with a few companies. The and I'm
You're
now I'm
finally going to
brain
design your own game.
no, I'm brain farting on the company that's taking it over. But the and now why the hell am I brain farting so hard right now? The game from Devil Pig,
Oh, the Heroes of Normandy. They
Heroes of
got the Heroes
Normandy.
of the
That's it.
Pacific.
Yeah, the Pacific campaign that got totally screwed up, and there was a guy that took all the money and ran away with it. I am in talks with a company that is picking that up. So it does look like if you backed originally and were part of the people like me who got screwed over, that there is a chance you will possibly be made whole. Now, that doesn't mean you might not have to pay something extra, all that. I'm talking to the company. I might be doing an interview with them on it, but they are doing something for the backers. You may have to pay cost for them to make it because the people who are picking it up are not the people who did it. They're just buying the IP. So you have a chance. Just if you did back that originally, stay tuned to your email because you will be getting a message later on from the people who have now picked it up, and you will have a chance to get that game. So just FYI for those who did get kind of screwed over, you might be taken care of later. Maybe possibly not having to pay anything extra, but you might have to cover at least like shipping or something. That's not for sure yet, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I find out anything extra as far as that's concerned. But I will have a video up on that very soon.
See now that this would make for a great game, Gimpy's Adventures in Crayola Land, the solitaire adventure
That
of coloring. The problem is that was he probably eat the crayons before he got finished coloring. So that would be the
that is
challenge.
not
Could he
a far fetched thing. I
can he
got
get
crayons all
through
over.
coloring without eating the crayons?
God, I could kill my little girls. The youngest one, for whatever freaking reason, loves to color on the walls. When she was 2 years old, she just colored on so many walls. I, it's payback from when I was a kid and we did shit to my parents' walls. I understand
Mm.
now why my grandfather flipped out with my brother, who was like 4, took a bumper sticker and put it right on the wallpaper. Oh, my grandfather turned purple when he saw him do that.
Nice. So Now, okay, let me ask you this here. Empire of the Sun, what reprint is that now? Like 19th?
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, no, it is definitely a compliment. Get him some paper. Get that kid some paper. Agree.
She's
Get
got
your little
paper
one some
coming
paper.
out of her ass. She
That
just
sounds like a serious medical condition. You might want to take her to a hospital or a doctor.
colored near the stairs, near
So
above
the
the
fifth
couch.
fifth reprint. Wow, that's awesome. Well, the game in question that we're talking about is Battle Group Clash Tactics, or Baltics. I'm sorry, Tactics. Battle Group Clash Baltics. That will be the game we'll be discussing on Sunday with James Buckley. So, looking forward to talking more about that. And we've been trying to get time where we could get on and do a demo, but we just were never able to match up because of my schedule was so screwed up, and then Kev's was also screwed up, and you were out for something at the time, so we weren't able to get us together to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and just jump on and do this talk about the game, and then we'll get to a demo later at some point when we can get our times together a lot easier because he's also in Europe. So that is the other problem too, which is why we're going to do it on a weekend during the day because it's like 6 hour, 7 hour, 6 hour time difference between us. So that also adds into the logistical problems of doing it. We can't do it on a Tuesday night because it's like 2, 3 a.m. his time. So
Yeah, I'm running
not
into that
everybody can do
problem.
like Fabrizio can. Fabrizio would stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and talk with us, but not everybody can. And definitely check out Jeff's Army of the Potomac shows. We were talking about that. Jeff and I played it a little bit. We're going to get back to playing some more on it. And that is coming out soon from GMT, from Mark Herman. That is going to be a really interesting game. And it's definitely Army of the Potomac, Lance. That's what AOP is. So definitely check that out as well. If you've played Rebel Fury, you're going to be familiar with it. This is going to be the next game in the system, and it's going to be real interesting. It's a real interesting system. It's not difficult to get into, and maneuver is huge. Maneuvers everything, and you can win the game on the first turn. Or more correctly, you can lose the game on the first turn if you don't do something. Just a simple move can stop somebody from winning on the first turn, because we found that out from playing. Me and Jeff did, which was really interesting. And I thought, wow, either we broke this thing or someone did something wrong, and it turned out someone did something wrong, and it wasn't me. So that was cool. Either way, definitely a lot of fun, and well worth checking out. If you've not already looked at it, go over to GMT's website and check it out, and get yourself in on the P500 pre-order, and that is in China now. So expect to see that in a few months. You'll probably see more on that in the upcoming GMT updates. Well, if it involves dice, that means Hexy can lose before deployment. Very true. But anyway, like I said, really appreciate you guys joining us tonight, as well as every night for the past 6 years. And we will see you at the next show next month. And we've got a couple more in between. So have a good night, everybody. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And wish you guys the best in the new year. See you next year.